Welcome to Hello Port Hueneme. I'm your host Tom Dunn, and today we are at the Greater Oxnard-Port Hueneme Boys and Girls Club. And with me today is the CEO, Erin Antrim.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you.
And Stephanie Corbett. Stephanie is the unit director.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
And we're going to take a guided tour of the facility, and boy, just from my first looks, it's super impressive, and they've done so much work on so little money, but they get plenty of assistance from, I think, the parents and the volunteers. So hope you enjoy this, and we're going to go and see the various aspects of the Boys and Girls Club, and I think you'll be really surprised at everything they have to offer the kids of both of these communities. Okay, we're now going to talk to Erin. And Erin, if you would explain to us a little bit of the history of the Boys and Girls Club here and how it's evolved.
Sure. So the Port Hueneme Boys and Girls Club has been in this community since 1977. And so 40 years of a really rich history in this community. And it's evolved over time, but our mission has stayed the same. And our mission's right behind us. It's to inspire and enable all young people, especially those who need us most, to be productive, responsible, and caring citizens. And that's what we do, and that's what we've done for 40 years. It's taken different forms over those years, but we serve young people at this clubhouse, specifically ages 6 to 18 years old. So we have an elementary school program, kind of a tween middle school program, and then we have a high school program. And membership fee is only $20 a year. And when I say that, people always look at me like, I think I heard you wrong. Was that $20 a day, $20 a week, $20 a month? It's $20 a year, and if a family can't afford that, we scholarship the membership fees. And that really is so we can attract all kids to come to the Boys and Girls Clubs. And we provide after-school enrichment activities from 2 to 6 on school days. When kids get out of school early on minimum days, we're here for them. We've got great quality staff members with huge hearts, great mentors to be able to enrich the lives of kids. And we offer lots of fun, safe, and enriching types of programs that we're going to show you here soon.
There's so many rooms to look at and have a tour of. And so we'll take you and Stephanie and go around, and you guys can show what you have to offer. And $20 a month?
A year.
That's a lot cheaper than daycare, isn't it?
Oh, right. And it's a lot better because we have a lot of mentors who work directly with the kids, and a lot of really great programs in art and science and technology and education and healthy lifestyles. And kids sometimes can go home and sit in front of a device or stare at a screen, a TV, and that's not good for them. They need to be with other children. They need to be with positive mentors. They need to be getting that enrichment after school and in the summertime. We're open from 7 to 6 during the summer, too.
Okay, what's the first area we're going to go? And
I'm going to have Stephanie join us, since she's the unit director here at this club, and she runs the day-to-day operations here at this club, and she's going to show you around, starting with the games room.
Okay. Stephanie, come on in.
All right, thanks for having me. So as you can see here, we have our games room. This room houses anywhere from 20 to 60 kids at a time, depending on how many staff we have available to run it. We try to keep our ratios within 1 to 20 so that we can maintain safety emotionally and physically for our kids. But we offer activities from board game tables like the pool table to the foosball table. We even have indoor hockey, air hockey, 4-way ping pong, and then we thrive on our board games where we try to teach them enriching lessons from just the board games. For example, Monopoly isn't just Monopoly, it's a lesson in renting versus owning, money management, and equity. So we make the most out of everything that we have here. We can even turn a simple game of pool table into a game of math pool so that we can turn an academic twist onto it. So that's our main goal with our kids, is fun with a purpose at all times.
Play and learn.
Exactly. We're very lucky to have this space.
Yeah, and what I've realized over the time is Boys and Girls Clubs are becoming more relevant, because kids are on devices and they're texting and they're IMing and they're on social media. What they don't do enough of is face-to-face conversations. Mm-hmm. They don't learn when to lead and how to follow and how to follow some of those social norms and how to interact with other children in a positive way. And so that's what we do here in the games room. And the kids, this is a fan favorite. No matter what Boys and Girls Club you go to across Oxnard or Port Hueneme, this is a fan favorite.
Absolutely, especially those Legos. We do Lego competitions every week, and that's even teaching the kids a little bit about engineering and basic construction too. So, like I said, everything has a purpose, whether it's just a basic board game, a game of pool with one of the staff, or building a bridge out of Legos.
Okay, what's the next room we're going to go see?
I can take you guys to the computer lab. Let's go ahead and head that way.
Okay, Stephanie, we're in a room with a lot of computers. What does that mean?
This is the computer lab.
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
good.
So we do a lot of fun activities in here, and mind the Halloween decorations, we do get into holiday spirit around here, and we're having a bit of a competition with the staff. So they're trying to see who can have the spookiest room that's still age appropriate for the kids. So hence our decorations. This room is where all the technology happens. We're really proud to see what comes out of here. We have our Image Makers program that meets in here weekly, and they take pictures, and they're learning a little bit of different aspects about photography, specifically how to take a quality picture as well as how to edit them. So you'll see we even have some great aerial shots on the wall from our Young Eagles program. Our Youths of the Month get an opportunity to go on an airplane ride, and so we encourage them to take pictures while they're on that ride for Image Makers. We also do Game Tech, where we're teaching the kids how to create video games, because that's something of their interest right now. We do typing tutors, so we constantly have competitions with the kids. That's a fun activity where it's based off of a race car game, and they're typing as fast as they can to try to beat their partner, and they can link up and create accounts and race each other. And me. No one's been able to beat me yet, but you know, that's part of the fun. And we also do cool math games and lots of, a lot of different activities based on the computers, which are enriching and fun. And if the kids have suggestions and ideas, we always welcome it, because there might be something that we're not aware of that they are, and we want to make sure that we're exposing them to, you know, all the positive aspects of technology. So we're privileged to get 3D printers every now and then, and we house them in this room or our learning center, which we'll see next, and we focused on our 3D printing program. We had probably about 90% of our kids participating in the 3D printers when we had it. It's definitely a hit, and we partner with the Pruder Library down the street when they have their 3D printers available, and we do that there as well. So technology is big here at the Boys and Girls Club.
Okay, let's go on. What's the next room we're going to go see?
We'll go to Learning Center.
Okay.
Ready?
All right, we're in the Learning Center. The first Learning Center I had growing up was kindergarten. And we threw blocks at each other and drank chocolate milk and took naps.
Better than glue.
Do you do
I
that?
thought you were going to say you drink glue, so there you go. Better than
There was
that.
one or two of those. So is that what you guys do here?
Not at all,
Oh.
actually. This is where the homework happens and where the programming happens. So you'll see we have our library set up over here. We even have the library set up age appropriate. So the pink books are 5th and up, the orange books are 3rd through 4th grade, and the yellow books are kindergarten through 2nd grade. We've been very privileged to have Cal State Channel Islands art department come over here and do a mural in this room. We're really lucky for them, because this mural shows a lot of movement. The books, the play, it embodies everything that we do at the Boys and Girls Club. So I'm really excited to see the finished product. You guys get to see it halfway through, so come on in later and you'll probably see it done. But homework is done in here. We do Smart Girls in here, which is another Boys and Girls Club of America program. Our Torch Club is our younger youth leadership program. Our goal is for them to transition into our Keystone teen leadership program, where they go out to the community. Our Torch Club, which is the younger youth, they've done blanket drives for the Lighthouse for Women and Children, as well as for various veterinary clinics. Remember back last year when we had all the storms and the massive flooding, they donated to the animal clinics in Santa Paula, because they were flooded up to their knees and the animals didn't have any bedding.
These are like farm type animals?
Yeah, the shelters, the animal
Mhm.
shelters, yes. And so we took the blankets out there and took the kids, and they did a tour, and they got to see a really big tortoise, and they're like, look, it's like Fred, because we probably saw, we have our club mascot, Fat Freddy over there. But I try to explain to them it's a difference between a tortoise and a turtle. Biology lessons everywhere. And so in this room, it's just basically where the programming happens. It's a very popular room. We can house anywhere from 20, sometimes 30 kids. And every now and then, when the kids are good on Fun Fridays, we'll even throw on a movie. Just last Friday, I watched the Magic School Bus with them, the 2017 one, the new one. Who knew there was a new one? And I was just as excited as them to watch it. And they're getting some educational aspects from that while they're watching the movie too.
Yeah, and education and academics are really key to everything that we do.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that when kids come to the Boys and Girls Clubs that they're completing their homework, because homework can be really challenging for parents at home. Parents have to work multiple jobs to live in our beautiful cities, and it's challenging sometimes when you have to come home and do dinner and bath time and read and all of the other things. It's great that the homework's completed here at the Boys and Girls Club, and our staff's able to help them. And we're always looking for volunteers to be able to come in and read to children, to be able to do math lessons with them, help them with their homework, do science projects with them. We're always looking for volunteers. It's a way for the community to engage with the Boys and Girls Club, because this is the community's Boys and Girls Club. And so we're always looking for people to come in and help our kids achieve that academic success. And as Stephanie was talking, civic engagement's really important too. Giving back to the community and teaching our kids to be civic minded from a very young age is also very important to everything that we do.
I first met Stephanie, I think it was in January. They had the youth fair at the community center, and the Boys and Girls Club was there, the Sea Cadets, the Navy ROTC, and Army, whatever, those type of kids. And the one thing they said is exactly what you said, Aaron, is that it was fun to have some place constructive to go after school, do stuff, and be with their friends. And so that is what everybody seems to be looking at, and the kids really enjoy it. And I'm talking up to the 15, 16, 17-year-olds,
Yeah, and they look at it as fun, and we do too, and fun has to be in everything that we do, because the kids won't come unless it's fun. But really what they don't know, and what we talk about at our staff meetings and behind the scenes, is it's developmentally appropriate for the kids too. What's not developmentally appropriate is to be at home, not around other children. It's very developmentally appropriate to be around other kids and to be learning leadership skills and to be completing your homework. And Stephanie and her team talk about goal setting and what that looks like and how to set goals and how to achieve them. That's all very developmentally appropriate to be able to create civic-minded, well-rounded adults.
Okay, where are we going to go next?
Let's go to the art room.
Art room. All right, we're in the, shall I call this the art studio?
Yes.
It's a nice big room, and there's a lot of stuff in here. I have no idea what it is. So, Stephanie and Eric, why don't you explain to us what the kids do here, what you try to teach them, and just let the people know this is.
Yeah, this is a very popular room, as you can tell. We're not afraid to get messy in this room, but we still make sure to maintain cleanliness, because that's important. But we have ceramics going on in this room. We are right now focusing on National Fine Arts. It's a national competition with all the Boys and Girls Clubs across America, where throughout the year we collect art pieces that the kids have really worked on, and we try to highlight them, and we compete nationally with all the other Boys and Girls Clubs. So we start smaller with Oxnard-Port, Hueneme, then we get bigger, go regionally, and then eventually we compete nationally. So we're hoping to get some good quality artwork out of our kids. We usually do, because we have some really great and talented kids at this site, as we do all our others. But right now, we are focusing on Are You a Superhero? What makes a superhero? Because we're trying to build that self-esteem and promote the good character and leadership with our kids. So they're doing a superhero project that is an art and photography combination. Our art kids are creating the mural in the backdrop for the program, and the image makers are going to take really cool aerial-looking photos of the kids being their own superheroes that they're creating. So Marnie runs this room. I'm really proud to see what comes out of here. We are big about unguided creative play, making sure that the kids are supported in whatever art activities that they want to do, whether it's painting, pastels, or holiday themed, which is really big right now because it is Halloween. But I'm going to let Aaron talk about the recent renovations, because we've done a lot with his art room, and I'm really proud to see what Lowe's and the Boys and Girls Club has partnered to do.
Yeah, so this building's 40 years old, and over time, I always use the analogy, I have 2 children myself, and so I always use the analogy, your house takes a beating only having 2 kids. Well, our house The Boys and Girls Club takes a beating because we've got about 160, 175 kids a day here. And that's lots of little hands touching things and using things. And so it's important for our organization to be able to maintain our buildings. And we did a pretty big renovation around this building about 2.5 years ago before we reopened. And we're proud of the work that we've done. And there's partners that come along the way. Most recently, we just redid this whole art counter and sink area through Lowe's. Lowe's in Port Hueneme was able to help us with that renovation. And we have lots more to do, and we're always looking for our community to help us in that regard.
Yeah, Lowe's also repainted the whole room, and they built this cabinet, the shelves along the wall over here. So their goal is to continue to come in and volunteer as a staff, because we talk about philanthropy and putting their skills to work, and they want to come back and continue to volunteer on their own time outside of that.
Yeah, and that's really important for us. Our organization depends on donations from the community. We have 17 locations throughout Oxnard and Port Hueneme, and so it's important for us to involve the community, businesses, individuals, foundations, those types of things. That's how we survive, and that's how we thrive in the community.
Yeah.
I like to think of this as art nouveau, and Tom, if you'll, can you pan down and look at the floor? It shows.
This is all natural.
It's all natural, where the kids have been here working and painting and doing stuff, and it really shows that they enjoy it, and this is a great big room for them to, foster their art skills and really that helps become really comfortable within yourself and sure. Do something at a young age that other people say, hey, I like that.
Yeah. And as Stephanie said, kind of that unguided creativity. Children have that in them. As we get older, adults, we kind of stifle that creativity within ourselves.
Conform.
Yeah, so we really try to, you want to paint a pink zebra? Paint a pink zebra. You want it to have spots instead of stripes? Perfect. You still want to call it a zebra? Great. Yeah. Those types of things.
Isn't that how we started out?
Yeah, right, exactly. Outside the box thinking, right?
Yes. Okay, thank you guys. What's the next area we're going to see?
The gym?
Yeah.
Let's go to the
Let's
gym.
go to the gym.
Well, I'll tell you what, this gym is a surprise. It's really neat, and when we pulled into the parking lot, I would have never dreamed, looking at the building, that all of this space, the art room and all these various rooms and this full-size gym floor was here. And so what do you use this for? I'm sure stuff just besides basketball. How do the kids use this room?
Well, I call it our greatest optical illusion, honestly, because people drive up and they're always floored every time that this is even here. Aside from basketball, which is a huge drawing from the kids and the community, everybody loves basketball, especially Port Hueneme. We use this for a lot of different activities. We have indoor soccer, indoor hockey that we just finished up. We have flag football, volleyball. I'm trying to think if there's any other sports. I know there's got to be more that we do. Dodgeball, that's a big one as well. And then we use this for Imagination Playground. NRG came by and they donated our Imagination Playground, which is basically giant Lego building blocks. And talk about unguided creative play. The idea of that is to let the kids build what they see out of the blocks. I have 4 rules when it comes to that. No hitting, no throwing, no climbing without permission, and most importantly, have fun. That's always the 4th rule in everything we do. We try to keep it simple. So the Imagination Playground, we keep them put away, tidy and neat at the end of every day, so it teaches them how to clean up after themselves. But we've seen them build everything from forts to castles to motorcycles, transformers. I've seen them build pogo sticks out of them and all kinds of other things. And I apologize for that in the background. We are currently building our haunted house. That's going to be a big attraction for the kids and the community. It's only $2 a person, and it goes towards their food fundraisers.
And for us, the gym is really important because it symbolizes healthy lifestyles. And healthy lifestyles for us is one of our main pillars. Everything that we do focuses around healthy lifestyles and getting kids up and active. And our kids take a survey every year that talks about a lot of different indicators, but one of the ones that's my favorite is kids that are involved with Boys and Girls Club program they're 5 times more active than a non-traditional Boys and Girls Club. And the reason is because they're up and they're in the gym and they're playing. And then every day, something that people don't know about Boys and Girls Clubs, Last year, our organization, just during the summer, serves 25,000 meals to young people. So we serve a healthy snack here every day, and in the summer we serve lunch and a healthy snack. And at our teen center, because we're open till 8 o'clock, we serve dinner. And that's something that I think people don't know. So not only do we get the kids up and we get them active in these beautiful facilities that we have, but we also teach them about healthy decision making and healthy eating decisions. And so we're proud of that.
And actually now we are partnering with Boys and Girls Club of America, and I'm very proud to say that this site also serves dinner to all of our members at 5 o'clock every night too. So it's a healthy option and it's good tasting, which the kids, as Erin always said, vote with their feet. And as she said earlier, our membership is upwards of 150. Last month we had 190. We see 170 on a regular basis. So we get a lot of bodies in this building.
And it's good. It's important to teach them about healthy eating and provide healthy food.
Okay, where are we off to next?
Let's check out the teen center.
The teen center. All right, Stephanie, we're in the teen center, and this is a nice big room. I understand at one time it was a racquetball court. That's why the high ceilings and the shape of the room. But you've converted it into a teen center. So would you show us what all the kids do in here?
Yeah, absolutely. Like you mentioned earlier, we definitely are big on maximizing space. Because we do serve so many kids, we need to make sure that everyone has their individualized activity that they can do. So our teens, 13 to 18 years old, are predominantly housed in this room. That's what we do in theory, but in reality, they like to volunteer so much that they trickle out into the other programs and they help in there as well. So this is more of a hangout room. They do their homework in here. Our Keystone Teen Leadership Program will meet here every week. And this is where they talk about fundraisers and community programming. They get out and they helped with our Relay for Life in Port Hueneme, and they ran the kids camp for that and volunteered all day for that. They also volunteered at the Day for Kids event helping with face painting and the Jolly Jumpers, and they also had their booth. A big thing that they're trying to do right now is raise funds for the National Keystone Conference. It's about $750 per kid to go. So, and they also have to raise funds for their advisor. So our goal is about $5,000. We haven't updated our wall, but we're at about the $2,000 mark right now. So in here, they'll just hang out. They'll do activities from Power Hour, which is our homework hour. They will, like I said, have their Keystone meetings. They'll play Monopoly. They'll play board games. They get competitive with their foosball and their ping pong. But mostly, I see a lot of my teens out there volunteering with the kids, playing in the gym with the kids. They love playing basketball. They love the connections with the other kids. So I'm really proud of the quality of programming that we have out there, and as well as in here, because it's engaged both us, all 6 to 18-year-olds.
I think it's really interesting to see teenagers working with younger kids.
Yeah.
That's something that, probably got missed. We don't have the big families. It used to be, it was natural. You had 4 or 5 brothers or sisters, so you did have to help them along or punch them every once in a while. But at the end of the show, we're going to put up contact information for donations.
Awesome.
Because I understand that there have been a couple of Port Hueneme people who've gone through these programs and ranked pretty high in the nation in certain categories. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I know that we are really lucky to have National Youth of the Year. Our goal this year is to have a winner from Port Hueneme. We want to represent Port Hueneme in its finest with our team specifically. We haven't had our teen center up and running for a few years because we were closed for renovation for a little while. One of the requirements to run for Youth of the Year is they have to be a member for 2 years. So now we're at that point to where we can represent. Our teens, 14 to 18, can run for Youth of the Year. They can win a scholarship, just organization-wide, about for $10,000 to go towards any academic goal. And if they win nationally, they can get upwards of $250,000 scholarship plus a car. That car is a motivating factor for my teens, I'm not going to lie. But really, it's a great opportunity for them to learn about public speaking, because they have to do speech to be a Youth of the Year. They have to do interviews. They have to collect an official transcript as well as letters of recommendation. So it's a great career opportunity lesson, teaching them about life skills, teaching them about what they're going to have to do to get into college. It's just all around a really killer opportunity for my team. So I really want to get them in there representing Port Hueneme.
Well, there's so many great things you're doing here, and what's the next area we're going to go see?
Before we go to the next area, can we pan to the Port of Hueneme? My teens and my art coordinator did that mural, and I'm incredibly proud of their hard work. So check out a little bit of artwork just from our teams.
Yeah, that looks like the pier and everything down just a few blocks from here. So.
Proud of where we're from. I'll go and take you guys to the picnic area around it for the day, and that's where the kids will eat their dinners and their snack every single day.
All right. All right, we're outside behind the Boys and Girls Club, and this allows them to come out and get some fresh air, enjoy their food, and socialize. And looks like they painted on the side of the parking lot a little bit. Is that what this area is designed for?
It's a little bright out here, but basically we have our picnic benches over here where the kids will eat their snack every single day. Sometimes we come out here for homework as well because it's nice to get that fresh breath there. What you see on the floor is our chalk art. Because we don't have an outdoor park that we utilize on a regular basis, we make the most of all of our space, including the picnic area. We are in the process of building a garden out here. That's our goal, so you can see the rock starting to where the garden is going to go. But this is where we promote those healthy lifestyles. Our kids come out here and they eat their snack every single day, as well as their dinner. And we sit here and we talk with them, and it's a great opportunity to engage and to build on those adult connections while they're eating.
Well, with the type of weather we have here, what more could you ask for?
Exactly. We live in
Picnic
paradise,
every day.
right?
Picnic every day.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, Stephanie, let's go back inside and in the lobby, and we'll have a final word.
Sounds good. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, we're back in the front entrance of the Boys and Girls Club, and in the closing, Stephanie, I'd like to talk about, I think you guys do, let me just call it outreach or field trips, and a little bit about what you see in the future, the growth of the Boys and Girls Club.
Well, great question. As far as what we do outside the club, especially during the summer, there's a lot going on, so we go on a lot of different field trips. As I mentioned earlier, we partner with the Pruder Library, and we walk over there. We've even walked over to the CD Museum across the way and taken groups over there. We walk to the beach and to the parks frequently, and we try to make the most of this beautiful space that we live. We have a lot of kids during the summer, and that's our opportunity to get out of the building. More kids means more staff. So when our goal of this site is to grow, the teen center is something that's near and dear to my heart because I believe that that is a need for the community. So the more teens that I have, the more staff that I can get, and the more things that they can do. And that kind of just goes with all programming all around. More kids, more staff, more things, more programming. We are lucky to have Bard Elementary right next door to us. The Principal Castillon is an incredible partner with us here specifically. He will walk over and we'll communicate about any needs or any issues we're having with the kids. Brings the vice principal and the teachers, and we work together as a family. I tell the parents all the time, it really does take a village to raise a child. And so by all of us working together to try to help these kids based off of their specific needs, we'll help them grow fully to their full potential. And even better, during the summer, they let us use their field. We put in a request through the school district, and we get a facility usage, and so we're able to use their outside playground, so that gives us an extra outdoor space that we wouldn't have access to during the summer. Yeah.
That's it's a fantastic program, so much more than meets the eye as you drive by, and what an asset to the community. And we're definitely going to get the contact information that we'll put up at the end of the show where people can donate money and volunteer.
Yeah, please check out our website, bgcop.org. I know he mentioned he's going to put it up, but if you're interested in donating your time, your money, or your items, we are always in need. Our kitchen is in need of supplies too, and so people are constantly donating different supplies to us, from art room to books to computer needs. I mean, if it's sitting around your house and you're not using it, we will probably find a use for it. So check out bgcop.org. All of my contact information's on there, as is Erin Antrim, our Chief Executive Officer. Without her, none of this would be possible, so we're incredibly grateful for her support as well. But yeah, please check us out or come in for a tour. On the 26th, we have our Lights On After School event. It's open the door, take the tour. So the entire community, members or not, are welcome to come in and try our different programs. We're going to have the club open until about 7:30 that night, as well as our haunted house.
Well, if you're a grandparent, aunt, uncle, or a friend of somebody that has young kids and teenagers, and you've seen this, let them know about the Boys and Girls Club.
Definitely.
And it'll be something I'm sure they'll all really love. And thanks to you and Erin, Stephanie,
thank you.
for providing the tour and one of the best we've ever had.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you
Okay.
so much for visiting us today. Thanks.